tariffs have been a hot topic for the last month. How have you been affected by this, and is there any plans that you've got to, how is this affecting Zooz?
Sure. Yeah, it's affecting us. All of our products are manufactured in Asia. Currently, as you may or may not remember, this is not the first time this administration introduced tariffs for China specific. So the first time around, it was China specifically that was targeted, and since then, many of the factories and companies in China actually went transferred over to countries that were not affected by tariffs. That's why Vietnam got hit with 45% on that announcement day, because most of our Chinese factories are actually now in Vietnam. And so we've been looking at Mexico. We've been looking at different countries. Our challenge is that we're a small company, so we can't physically build a factory. We need to go to a factory that already has a setup for our type of devices. So if there's nobody manufacturing Z-Wave in Mexico, we don't have a supplier to go to, and that's the reality today. So we can encourage our existing vendors to go and move to different parts of the world. Ultimately, it's the same companies, right, that are making them. They're making them in different countries, which it's not for us kind of to judge. We're trying to um, reduce cost and make sure that um, we don't make decisions that would incur extra unnecessary costs to our customers. So what we're doing now, for example, with 200+% tariffs from China, we're not importing anything from China. Luckily, we've never been conservative with our inventory levels. That's really something that got us through COVID and through some of the supply chain issues around that time that we can all remember. It was a similar situation, although many say this is much worse today. Um, and so we still have a little bit of stock to wait it out. But if it's going to be longer than 90 days, then we're going to see a lot of problems with supply chain. And to be honest, I'm not sure what will happen to the devices that are currently manufactured in China, which is again 1/3 for us, 2/3 are manufactured in Vietnam. So we have comfortable stock levels. I don't anticipate us going out of stock of many devices, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's so
Yeah,
hard to
that it's
predict, right? And
it is,
yeah,
right? And by the time this
Well,
episode is,
there's
when people are listening to this, it's could be completely different, right? So,
yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of freeing that to know that there's nothing we can do to change that. There's many other people in the same boat as we are, and
Yeah.
there's being small kind of gives you a little bit more flexibility as to what you can do, how you can move, and
mm,
all that. But it's yet another problem. We have so as being small, we have so many things to think about, and that incurs costs. So ultimately, the consumer pays at the end of the day. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the consumer pays for all of those extra costs and the resources that we have to allocate to figure out those logistical challenges.